Hey, what's up? This is Craig Smart, and you're watching the Johnny I Pro Show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Johnny I Pro Show. I have here the legendary Craig Smart. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Of course. Now, your repertoire, everything that you do is historic. We're going to get into that as we speak. Now, if anybody doesn't know exactly who is Craig Smart.
I'm just a guy. Singer-songwriter, started off as a rapper. Loved freestyling and battling in the States, in Seattle area and in Vancouver at the time. Visited Toronto a lot and got a lot of the flavor here as well. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, you were saying before as we start as well, Vancouver, Toronto. Let the people know exactly. You were raised in Vancouver and born here.
Yeah, I was born in Toronto, then lived in Sudbury as a kid. Moved to Vancouver when I was 10 years old and been there most of my life until I moved back to Toronto 10 years ago.
Nice. Now, what got you into music?
I always loved music. I always loved singing along to music. I loved Kiss. I was a big Kiss fan, Gene Simmons. My signature is based off of Gene Simmons with the $S, which my mom thought was crazy at the time. And then, I got into beatboxing, graffiti, breakdancing, and then rap.
Exactly. So those were your early influences, like you said, Kiss and all the other stuff. Like, what made you attract to Kiss? What was it so special that you just loved Kiss?
My older cousin Paula got me into them because she knew I liked to draw. And so the allure of Gene Simmons with the blood and the fire and the stage show and the flames and everything really got me into it.
Nice. Now, if somebody hasn't heard your music, like, how would you describe your sound to somebody that hasn't heard Craig Smart yet?
I love R&B, Stevie Wonder, Brian McKnight, all those amazing legendary singers got me into music, and I loved singing, and I loved challenging myself how to do ad-libs, where I'd listen to tapes, and I'd rewind the ad-libs and try to copy them and try to learn how to sing and do that.
Exactly. Now, what separates you from other artists?
My height. I'm 6'5".
That's what when you came, like, okay, I'm a small European. So, like, here we go.
Yeah.
I love it. Did you play any, like, because you're tall, when you were, like, in high school and stuff, did you play basketball?
No.
Really?
I was bullied a lot in school, elementary and high school, with a last name like Smart. You can put it together yourself. And being an only child, and then moving around a lot, I was always a new guy in school. And so, I was a little over-enthusiastic with trying to make friends, maybe. And so, I got bullied a lot, but whatever. It's all good.
Yeah, that's life. Well, you got to grow up in exactly. Now, tell me the transition now from starting off rap, R&B, and into dance music, and you became the phenom that you are.
Oh, thank you. I got into rap music. I was freestyling and doing that kind of thing, and then I slowly got more into singing and then doing rap bridges, but rap wasn't even on the radio at that point, so eventually just morphed into just pure singing, and grew up on love songs and slow jams, and so that was my influence.
Yeah. And talk about now the formation of D Crew, and just being like, did you like being a single artist or working together, like teamwork? Like, what was your whole take on that and the formation of D Crew?
Well, what happened was I sang "I'll Be Waiting" as a demo, and it kind of had a Backstreet Boys beat behind it originally. I got a record deal in Germany. I lived in Hamburg for a couple years, so I was living there, doing music stuff there. And then I heard it was blowing up here in Canada, and my time in Germany was coming to an end anyways. Did all my writing, did a bunch of recordings and videos and things like that. And then I heard it was blowing up in Canada, so I moved back to to Vancouver, worked with John Dexter and all the guys there. And then we had Tanessa, a female singer, then my boy Tito, who was a bit of a rapper and a singer as well. And then they put together D Crew, and we got signed by Elektra Records in New York City, started touring everywhere around the States, to every state pretty much, with a bunch of different groups at that time, like Mandy Moore, Jessica Simpson, did a big show in New York, Buffalo, Kiss Summer Hello with Destiny's Child and Shaggy, D Crew, Soul Decision, who are homies of mine for years. And then, it just took off in Canada, and it was unbelievable.
Amazing. Love to hear that. Now, your Canadian Juno nomination as well for Will Be Waiting. That's a huge honor. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that was great. It also got West Coast Song of the Year at the time. Unfortunately, we lost to some new group at that time called Nickelback.
Canada's favorite.
We showed them. I love Nickelback.
Yeah, same here, yeah.
Had a few drinks with Chad before, so, it's all good.
I love it. Now, as well as here it says multiple contributions to gold and platinum records for Faded by Soul Decision, which is huge. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, well, They were just coming up. They were called Indecision originally, and me and Trevor knew each other from before. We met at a club, and he won't get mad. He was like a nerdy dude and stuff like that. And we rib each other all the time. We're homies. And so they needed some background singers and someone to do ad-libs and things like that. And so we were in the studio in Vancouver, and we just started doing it. It was a few songs, Faded. I can't think of the other songs at the top of my head right at this moment. But and then that took off, and that was unbelievable. That was fun. I'm the one going, yeah, 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 in the song, and the ad-libs, my claim to fame. So we just did a bunch of songs together and toured some places together, and it's not,
Amazing. Now, the one song also hits and resonates with me as well growing up, Summerjam.
Yeah,
now,
man.
that was just a hit maker. It says here it went gold in France, gold in Germany, double platinum in Belgium, and in Holland.
Yeah.
Like that itself. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing some point as well. Like that just right there, I'm pretty sure you got more
It was,
accolades.
I mean, Israel, Greece.
Greece, wow.
Everywhere. It was one of those songs, to be honest with you, I thought the song was okay.
Really?
Yeah, I was doing more R&B stuff that I freaking loved. I'm glad I didn't say the other F word. But I loved a lot, but things happen when they're supposed to happen. My best friend Vic from Vancouver, we were in a group together. We have the same tattoo here called Kuva, which was like short for Vancouver. Vancouver. Mine's blue, his is red. And he came to visit me in Germany when I was living there, and I said, hey, come down. And he had an idea of Party Jam, and then we were in the studio. We came up with Summerjam, and we wrote the rest of the song. And then, the rest is history for that. That was around 2000. Then it got redone in 2003 by DJ Frank, and then it blew up all over again in different countries as well. And so, that was crazy. And I just redid it last year, and it blew up in France like crazy. It was crazy.
Timeless hits. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's one of those lucky ones, you know?
Amazing. Now, underground project as well, making music in Europe. How's that making music in Europe?
In the late 90s, like 98, 99, it was crazy because all the boy bands were huge. The festivals, the shows. I mean, you could tour in Germany forever. And that's not including other countries, obviously, around the area. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of writing, meeting a lot of good people, a lot of television shows, radio promotions, things like that. Europe is amazing. Living in Germany was a great experience, and learning a bit of German. The Beatles started in Hamburg, Germany. Most of the pop bands like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears all started in Germany. Elvis, everyone, like it was crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, what part of Europe was your favorite to perform at?
Wow, Europe.
That really just...
Well, Brazil isn't Europe, but that was great because about 20,000 fans at the show we did, and we're doing it again next May. But so many places. Like Malta was great, never been there before. I wish I had more time because I wanted to take a ferry to Sicily just to get a pizza, but time didn't permit. Turkey was trying to get part of the European Union. Didn't happen, unfortunately, but Turkey was an amazing place. The water there, the people, the food, amazing, yeah.
Amazing. Now, you also had the honor to work with No Limit and also Master P.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that was through a friend of mine, Ainsworth, or Brains, as I called him, and he goes by that now. He lives in L.A. He's worked with Jamie Foxx for a long time. I'm sure he still does work on projects with him, and I guess they had a connection because they were signed with Babyface's record in L.A., record company, sorry. And so I was with them, and we sang some tracks with Master P, and little Romeo was there. He was a little kid then. He was sleeping on the couch, and I think Mia X was there, Silk the Shocker. I think a couple of them might have been in jail at that time. And so, that was great. Master P was great, nice guy. You know, the funny thing is, I had a dream about him last night that we were in the studio. That's so weird that you bring him up today.
You never know, manifest.
I swear to God.
Manifest, you never know.
I totally believe in all that stuff.
Exactly.
You know,
I love it.
You bring about what you think about. He was a great guy, and it was a lot of fun, and it was on the Game Face album. Yeah.
Wow. Now, you as well were featured on Eddie Murphy's Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's crazy.
Huge non-smash of a movie, unfortunately, but Rosario Dawson sings it to him at the end of the movie. We all know who she is now. She was in Josie and the Pussycats, and this was after that time, so she hadn't quite blown up yet, but nice, normal girl as well, and she's a great singer, great person, and it was a fun song to do.
Amazing. Now, your alter ego of Yardie Dawn, where did that come from?
Well, I'm half Jamaican, so we just tried to do a little bit of a Jamaican project with a song called One Love, World Love, that I did with DJ Frank. And we shot the video in Ibiza, and that did really well. in a bunch of different countries. And it was a lot of fun doing something different, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Now, you
Yeah.
just said there, DJ Frank, working with him and also Sam Feld
Yeah.
and somebody else you said as well.
Fede
before that.
Legrand.
Yeah. So all these
Yeah.
top like DJs and producers, all that extra stuff. Like, how is it working with these people?
Oh, it's great because of the success of Summerjam in these countries, especially Holland, because a lot of the biggest DJs in the world are from Holland, like Afrojack and goes on forever. And so it was easier to get a song with them because the song was really big in their country, and so it was easy just to talk to them, say, hey, let's do a song together, let's do a project together, and we just made it happen.
Amazing. Now let's talk about Naturalborn Groove project. How about that moment right there?
NBG, that was with a guy named Jacco, or Jacko. He's from Holland originally, lives in Belgium. DJ Frank was working with him, so it was all of us three at NBG, and we did some cool music together. We did a song called Candy on the Dance Floor, and that did really well out there. We toured to Mallorca, did the TV show there. That was a lot of fun, obviously. And also the Candy Dance Floor song got picked up by, I think it was Crunch or Orange Theory Gym was used for the commercial, so that was nice.
Amazing. Now let's talk about now a huge moment as well. One Life Stand, huge. Millions of views all over the world and still getting countless of views as we speak and listeners. Like, how did that song all come about?
Well, what happened with that was I met Ian Longo a couple years ago in England before that, and they sent me this track. And I was like, right away, I'm like, okay, I got my phone, started recording ideas. And most of the ideas that I recorded for the first time listening to it is in the song. The melodies are in the song. And I just wanted to do something different because I love R&B. I came from R&B. And so I was trying to create something in my head called R&D, like rhythm and dance. They call it EDM now. And so I was trying to sing R&B kind of vocals over a dance track. It was in England originally. It wasn't in Canada yet. I knew Jeremy Summers from Universal at the time. I go, hey, what do you think of this song? And he liked it. And so they basically signed it with the record label in England called All Around the World. And here we are.
And we are today, exactly.
Yeah.
And another single as well is really a classic is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I did really
Let's talk about that. That, I believe, came out 2011. That's just an absolute banger. Let's talk about
thank
that,
you.
making of that.
Yeah, I was driving in a car and I had the radio on low, and I thought I heard a melody or something like 1, 2, 3, and then it came to my head and I turned the song up, and it wasn't, but it just sounds like that when it's really low volume in the car, and so I wrote that with my boy Jensen, producer in the States. Jordan produced it, and I was trying to get into some Universal or some Juno parties or Universal or some kind of Much Music parties. Trying to get into Much Music parties, and I saw Jeremy Summers on the corner on his phone. I go, "Yo, what's going on?" He goes, "There's a party at the Horseshoe, it's called." Yeah, and some of the guys from Chum FM were there, and so this is on Dropbox. There was no Bluetooth transfer back then, right? It was kind of archaic. And so I bumped into the guys there. I go, hey, I got this song called 1, 2, 3. I'll send it to you. Let me know what you think of it. And they, okay. So within a day and a half later, they added it on Chum, which is unprecedented. So I was like floored. I'm like, holy crow. and yeah, then that started doing well. Then got some radio promoters on it. And then, yeah, it just started doing well.
Amazing. Now, all the great hits that you had, what is a one hit that you just got to choose is your favorite to even perform in, or even just the favorite song that you've made?
I like One Night Stand. I like that because people thought it was One Night Stand, and they were calling it Chum, going, that's not nice to say that, blah, blah, blah. And then they had to be corrected and say, no, it's One Life Stand. It's about being with a girl forever, which is, I think, everyone's intention, really, in their heart and their soul. They want a life partner to be with, spend their life with, grow old with. And so, yeah, I think that would be it. And I love the video as well. I think it's a cool video. We shot it in Palmdale, California, on a movie set. The same movie set as Telephone by Lady Gaga and Beyonce shot it in. And some movies with John Cusack filmed a horror movie there too as well.
So it's just meant to be iconic, basically.
Hopefully.
I love it. Hey, we are millions of views all over the place. It sure is iconic. Now, let's say this now as well, is for the new modern generation, there's like the TikToks, the social media, the Instagrams, this and that. Do you think it's quite a different time for music artists as your time back then? You had to do probably perhaps give out promo, like say CDs, whatever they did, or go through radio, or like back then even newspapers were a thing. Nowadays, everything's on the phone. You can just release as many songs as you can.
Yeah,
do you see
crazy.
as yourself being an artist from a little back compared to nowadays new artists, do you see a big difference? Like, do they have it easier, perhaps?
There's a huge difference now. Like, everybody and their mom can be a singer now.
Yeah.
You just got to put it out, and if someone likes it and it goes viral, then boom. But even with One Life Stand, they looked at the plays on YouTube at that time. There's about 300,000 or 400,000 plays on YouTube, and that was a lot back then.
Yeah.
For only being in one, not even in Canada yet. And so that was the incentive for them to go, okay, this is a banger possibly. And I knew DJs here, so I go to DJs in the clubs here and go, hey, what do you think of this song? And they'd play it, and then it just caught fire, which I'm very eternally grateful for.
Exactly. Now, being in music for such a long time, what has music taught you as in a lesson?
Just to have fun and be creative. Don't get discouraged if a song doesn't work. I've had songs that I loved that I thought were the bomb and went wood as far as gold and platinum goes and stuff. And then some songs that I thought were okay did really well. So I know that I know nothing, because it's up to you. You decide, because you're my employer, right? I'm just an employee. I can get fired anytime. Or get promoted, so that's how I look at it.
I love it. Now, how do you stay motivated even after so many years? Because you still got the love for music. How do you stay motivated?
Because it's like having a new baby. Every new song is like a new baby. It's interesting and it's new. It's exciting because you don't know what's going to happen, and you're hopeful, and you just keep on putting out more songs that motivate you to do more songs and get inspired to do more songs. And it's an amazing feeling to be inspired.
Exactly. And how do you stay relevant without, let's just say, chasing trends, being yourself, Craig Smart? How do you stay relevant, especially in the new era of music?
Well, you got to be able to pivot. I mean, I grew up on country music. I hated it as a kid because it was like old people music to me. It was my mom's music. I'm like, I don't want to listen to that. But now, as a songwriter, I can respect it because the lyrics are amazing, and they're deep and meaningful, and they're metaphorical, and they twist and turn, and they take you to places you don't expect. And so I love that aspect of just doing different music. So I don't pigeonhole myself. I grew up on R&B. I love R&B. I grew up on hip hop. I love hip hop. I grew up on country. Now I can appreciate country, and I love it. Grew up on grunge and rock. So I mean, all those are still a part of me. Even though I may like to do R&B, why can't I try a country R&B kind of vibe? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because it's still staying true to myself and to what I love and what I grew up with.
Are you gonna perhaps pursue anything in country? Because it's huge now. You got the Post Malone that start off. You can see similar to you, rap, R&B, and now he's a full-out country star.
Yeah, Jelly Roll, a bunch of these dudes. I don't know what you call them now.
I don't know.
Tootsie Roll?
Yeah. Oh, he's lost a lot.
He lost a lot.
Wow.
Good for him in his health, because he wasn't on the right path as far as health goes, and he knows that, and God bless him for that.
Exactly.
Because now he's going to be around. I can't remember if he has kids or not. I'm not sure.
Not sure, no.
But if he does,
pregnant, I believe, yes.
Right, so now he's going to be around for his kids a lot longer. You know what I mean? Be able to throw his kids in the air and things like that, and run with his kids.
Exactly.
And things like that.
And health is the most wealthiest thing that you could have.
Health is wealth, man.
Doesn't matter what amount of money you could have, perhaps $1 billion. As long if you have bad health, what good is that?
Nothing, man.
Exactly.
Nothing, man. So I try to eat well. I'm on a weird diet, I guess you could say.
No, you look good. You look great.
Oh, thanks, man.
You look jacked.
For a guy that's 25, I'm not doing too bad.
I was going to say 24, but I love it. Now, I got to ask you a question is this. Yeah. How important is a legacy to you? Because you got a legacy.
Thanks. I actually don't think of it. I just try to stay busy and try to get creative and work with other creative people who inspire me and who challenge me to be better, and hopefully I can challenge other people to be better as well, and just bounce ideas off people and be creative and inspiring. Yeah.
Exactly. Now I gotta ask you a funny question. The fans usually love to hear this. Is this now? What other artist or famous person that you were shocked that was an actual fan of yours?
Oh wow. Shoot. Well, Milos Raonic.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tennis player.
Yeah.
Wow, I love
Canadian
it.
champion, yeah, for sure.
Now, if you can name now your Mount Rushmore,
Yeah.
Usually we do this. Usually we'll go just singers in general, but it's easy. Let's go a little harder for you. Canadian singers or bands, whatever it is. A Mount Rushmore, which has 4.
Like, who are my favorite?
Yeah, top. As in, we like to call it the GOATs, but it's Mount Rushmore. So basically, it's the top 4. Because obviously, as Canadian, we're going to stick to the Canadian roots of ours and go with top Mount Rushmore for Canadian artists.
Wow. The Guess Who.
Okay, that's
legend.
Great. Yes,
Andy Kim, legend. People don't know who he is. Even Paul Anka.
Okay.
These guys are Lebanese. People don't even know that.
No.
Andy Kim and Paul Anka are Lebanese. Paul Anka, I believe, wrote My Way for Frank Sinatra.
Oh, Frank Sinatra. Wow, that's one of my favorite singers right now.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra. Frankie Blue Eyes. Yeah. Love him.
Amazing. And going to more current guys, even like Carl Wolf. I think he's underrated in the sense that he can play his butt off on piano. He can produce. He can write. He can sing his ass off. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Very, very, very talented guy. Even Sean Desmond. I love Sean Desmond. He's a freaking great human being. A great performer. You know, I love his music. Drake is doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know.
One of the greatest ever coming to the country.
Bro,
Stats
I know.
don't lie. Like
I know.
say,
Stats don't lie. He's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. Yeah, so many Party Next Door, even going back old school, even like Maestro Fresh West, even Mishy Me, Kish.
Yeah. Oh,
those are guys I grew up with,
Legends,
man. Because I was managed by Farley Flex, who managed them. Because I was rapping back then.
Yes.
And you know, so that's how that all happened. Yeah.
Legend. Now I got you a question. Now we're going way back as well. If there could be somebody now from the past and the present that you love to collab with, somebody from the past and the present, who would it be? So Craig Smart featuring whoever may be.
I'd love to work with Drake, obviously.
Yeah, legend.
You know, for the past, I'd like to do stuff with Maestro. I think that'd be kind of dope. You know what I mean? Like, no one was before him in Ontario for sure.
How about now the Canadian scene as well? Like, are you a fan of the Canadian scene of music right now? Or would you say back then had a little bit more flavor? Because a lot of people compare it to like US. We're always compared to like the US,
Right,
of course.
right.
Like, what would you compare now? Are you a fan of it now, or back then you think had more flavor to it?
I think back in the days there was a lot more Canadian support for Canadian music. Now most of the Canadian artists are international. Because you got Drake, you got Bieber, Sarah McLachlan. You got a lot of the biggest artists in the world are Canadian.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so, yeah, I don't know if I even answered that question.
No, it's good. And now, one thing I want to ask you: what goes behind your creative writing process, like creating a song? Like, what goes behind it? Is it things that you've been through, or people like to hear this?
Oh, there's so many ways to write a song. I could have an idea in a club and then start recording it in my phone. I could listen to a track and get inspired, or it could be just from anything. Like nothing specific. It's just inspiration comes from everywhere.
Exactly.
From crossing the street, from looking at a computer, or looking at a camera, like whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
It's a real artist. Like your brain is always working.
We're weirdos, man. I mean, trying to think of weird words and similes and metaphors, and it's not normal.
What would you tell now a young, say, that just started? What age did you exactly start music into?
Wow. Probably when I was like 16, 17.
What would you tell like a 16 Craig Smart right now, and just seeing all you've been through in the music career that you built? What would you tell him to prepare himself?
If it's your dream and you love it, go for it. Because it's inside of you. You have to get it out. If you don't, you're not going to be a happy person. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you can't do other things, have another career as well, or have other ways to make a living or education. But follow your passion no matter what it is. If it's putting plastic tips on shoelaces, friggin' do it. You know what I mean? Like, really, you have to follow your dream. A lot of people don't have dreams. Some people don't have dreams. Some people do 9 to 5s, don't have any drive to do anything else. And that's fine too. But when you have that spark in you, that's from somewhere else. So you gotta do it.
Exactly. And I believe it doesn't matter what job you have, whatever you be making, as long as you're happy and you love what you do, that's all that matters.
Absolutely, man. You'd never work a day in your life if you're doing what you love to do.
Exactly. Now, if there's a young artist that comes up to you and like looks up to you and says, "Hey, Craig, I want to pursue what you've been through," what is your advice to them, like the young generation, to pursue music? What would your advice be?
Well, at my height, a lot of people look up to me, but no. But like I said, I just say keep on going. And no matter what obstacles are in your way, they're movable. You know, you can either jump around them or go around them or go through them. So I just say keep on doing what you love to do, and just stay inspired. Find things that inspire you, that are around you, by people that are with you even, or whatever, you know.
Exactly. You're saying inspired right there as well. What drives and inspires you day to day?
Wow. Inspiration can come, again, from anything, and just hearing a song on the radio going, wow, that's an amazing song. I want to do something like that. Or a movie that you watch, or a friend's conversation, or something you've read can inspire you. It's hard to say where inspiration comes from. I'd say sometimes from listening to songs, they go, wow, that's an amazing melody. That just took me somewhere. I want that. I want to do that. I want to give that. You know? Exactly.
Now I gotta ask you this as well. It gets a little more deeper. If fans like to hear this, is after doing this for such a long time, music, for like perhaps decades, what has music taught you?
Music has taught me that nothing is guaranteed. Music has taught me that you can still be playful, be young, have fun, not take everything seriously all the time. I take what I do seriously. I definitely don't take myself seriously. And so just to stay fun, stay, with the mind of a child in a sense, ask questions, be curious. You never know everything,
Exactly. As we're winding down here as well, I want to obviously give you your flowers to say this, because obviously there's a lot of episodes I like to give flowers to the artists and be like, what you've done for such a long time and the stuff that you touched people with music's like 1, 2, 3, Summerjam, One Life Stand. I gotta say thank you from my behalf.
Oh, wow.
Like my childhood growing up, like you were like you're the voice as well, like even behind the scenes as well. You got people with cameras and the other person as well behind the scenes, or even Sin as well. Like your songs really got us through moments and got us through, like, let's say high school and life. Like your songs are just, I was hearing it the other day too, just refresh it. Iconic.
Oh wow!
I just want to say thank you so much for for what you've done. It's an absolute honor. And I gotta say this as well now. One of the last questions is this. When it's all said and done, what do you want the fans to remember Craig Smart as?
Just an honest guy that likes to goof around and watch hockey and likes to have fun and try to do the best he can do when he writes a song and sings a song.
Exactly. Now, is there any projects or anything that the fans could look forward to? Like what's coming up for you?
Just doing a lot of writing right now and trying to play songs with artists. I got some stuff in the works. Maybe try to do some little bit of a country kind of vibe, but nothing too twangy and stuff, but something that's pretty cool and fun. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, is there anywhere that they could find you? I'm sure it's just Craig Smart, but like all your socials, let the people know.
It's all Craig Smart Music, Craig Smart or Craig Smart Music.
Exactly. Now,
at blah, blah, blah.
If there's a last message now before you sign out, last message to your fans that have been supporting you for all these years, what would it be?
Watch my Wilco commercial I did when I was like 21 years old. You got to get into Lynx running shoes.
I love it. Greg, we'll run it back for sure again soon. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
And congrats on all your stuff that you've been doing.
Thank you very much.
Until next time, guys, we're out. Thank you so much.
Peace. All I ever wanted was a one night stand. I could spend forever in a moment like this. Loving you is just like the air that I breathe. It comes to me so naturally. It's easier than 1, 2, 3.